Good evening, guys. I just want to remind you that nothing I say here is financial advice, that all trading involves risk, and please know that the stock is very, very manipulated. And I hope that the SEC takes note of what I'm about to expose here. And I highly recommend that all of you watch this to the end. This is perhaps the most important video that I've done yet on Redbox. And I want you to know where my mind was today. And this is a good part of it that I think you can understand. Um, I'm beyond frustrated with the crap that's going on in the stock market. And I'm being as nice and polite as I can, but I've really had enough. And I want to hear your comments below, guys, on what you think about what I'm about to show you, because you're not going to believe your eyes, and I saved the best for last. Please like and subscribe and come back for more. Thanks, guys. Hi, Redbox family. I know today was an extremely stressful day for us all. I mean, I just about had it with the manipulation and crap that just keeps on happening on Redbox. It makes absolutely zero sense, guys. And we were definitely short attack today, and Ortex proves it. As you can see, the short interest is 153.35% now, which is an increase of 1.05%, guys. There's 6.05 million shares short, which I want to put into perspective because I don't think a lot of you are understanding this. Our float is now approximately 4 million shares, correct? And they have shorted that float 6 million shares. There's only 4 million shares. And retail, I am convinced, owns 100% of the free float, guys. So, in order for them to cover this position, they need 1.5 times more shares than physically exist. So when I say to you that this is a GameStop level play, this is exactly what I mean. When GME had that squeeze, they were in a very similar situation. And the best part is that the cost to borrow is still through the roof, guys. It has come down a bit, but it's still 858.5% on average, 952.66% max, and on a low end, 747.53%, guys. So again, let's put that part of it into perspective. If you took out a loan for $1 and at the end of the year had to pay back $858 plus that $1, so $859 to borrow $1, guys, how insane would that be? Now multiply that by the billions of dollars that they have sold short, or millions of dollars. I don't even know. It's too late, guys. My head is fried because I've just about had it. I am staring at numbers all day long trying to figure this out and make sense of it. But it's like the definition of insanity, because literally I'm going to go insane trying to figure this out because there's no explanation for it. It's shouldn't be allowed. The SEC should be involved, and it gets worse and worse. And every little piece to the puzzle just makes me want to scream, run, throw things, especially when the price is dropping and it shouldn't. And I'm looking at where it should make its crosses. And guys, it gets there and it's immediately shorted down harder, which is where the frustration comes in, because it's like they've written some kind of code to these highly shorted plays that as soon as they're about to get there and people can have hope, boom, right back down. And unless a massive wave of volume comes in, it's the only thing that can prevent it from going through. But even when the massive waves of volume come in, it's like they short it again. And how long can they keep doing this for? I mean, seriously, what extent are these numbers going to get to? I'd really love to know that answer. But it gets worse, guys. And this is where I draw the line and said, I don't really care. at this point, it's more about principle. I cannot sell this stock. I have invested my time in this since October, and I know what's going on. It's getting worse, not better. So why in God's earth would I follow my trading plan? Even though I really know that I should, and it was a real battle today because I was honest with all of you, which I got a lot of hate for. But guys, what do I always say? I say everyone needs to make a trading plan and stick to it. And I still swear by that. And the only reason I didn't is because of everything I know about this play. And I just couldn't sell. I wanted to. And as it got closer, I was like, what the heck are you doing? You've invested how many months? What, 9, 10 months of your life now into researching this, and you're just going to sell it because it fell out of your plan? You didn't sell it when it was at $2 because you were planning to hold it long because you were convinced in the long-term play of this, which all changed, as you guys know that are following me, the minute the CSSE deal came in, and I came up with a new plan to meet those requirements. But guys, I can't sell on this play when I know what's ahead. There's no way that it's worth it for shorts to keep paying this amount of interest. It makes zero sense to me. And what are the hedge funds going to drive themselves into a very deep hole because they don't want to sell their red box at a loss? They're going to pay hundreds of dollars on the dollar to keep it? It just makes no sense. I mean, put that in perspective for every month, guys. For every dollar that they hold it, it's like paying $80 a month approximately. $80 per dollar a month to hold it. I mean, really, are you going to let the shares, why don't you just let the shares go, get them up to $80 and get it off your back? It makes zero sense. I mean, really, it makes zero sense. Guys, I'm dumbfounded, but here, let me show you where it gets more upsetting to me, because you're not going to believe your eyes when I show you. Okay, guys, before I get into the craziest part of this, I just want to quickly show you that Redbox dark pool trades today accounted for 63% of the total volume today, guys. So 63% of the trades were in the dark pool. We know that we were shorted the crap out of, and this is how they do it. Between that and what I'm going to show you that they're doing in the options chain, how do we stand a chance to battle this? I believe we do, but we need volume back in. We need people to be aware of the manipulation that's going on, and we need to stop it. And let's get into the next part of this because you're not going to believe your eyes. All right, guys, I want to call out and thank almost exactly 3 on Twitter for this information. But here's his tweet that I retweeted. He says, Redbox, 900% volume versus open interest on today's weekly $17 puts. Options are restricted and closing positions only for you, meaning us retail, but not for them, meaning the market makers. Open interest on puts keeps increasing. This is manipulation. Guys, 100% this is manipulation because, like I said before, they took options away from most retail traders. But I called it out, and you can go back in my tweets. Unless you're with an elite broker, which I should say few, which few retail traders, excuse me, I'm so tired, guys, which few retail traders are, then you can't trade options. We had the buy button on options taken away from us, right? So we're not allowed to buy calls on Redbox because we're bullish, but yet they can continue to buy puts. And even though they're doing this, guys, they're driving this number down because it was a lot higher before. It was primarily all calls versus the puts. But the volume ratio is still 60-40 calls to puts. And they're calling this a free and fair market when retail, unless you're part of the elites or you have an amazing broker, then you are not allowed to trade options. They took it away from us. But the hedge funds are still, and the market makers are still playing options. Yet they told us that They took options away because they weren't allowed on this play because the float was under 7 million. Then why are they still trading it? Why? I want answers. Why is this okay? This is fraud. This is, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. This is BS beyond the most imaginable extent, guys. If this doesn't make you angry, I honestly don't know what will, because this is wrong on so many levels. They're basically manipulating the price of the stock by buying these puts to drive the price down, guys, because when they buy put contracts, if you don't understand, they're hedging. They have to hedge by selling short the stock. So I don't know how else to explain it if that doesn't make sense to you, but let's say you buy calls, right? Then market makers hedge on those calls by buying shares. Well, the same goes true on puts. If people buy puts, the market makers have to hedge by shorting the stock. So they're manipulating and driving the stock price down by being able to still trade options and buy these puts, guys. And they're buying them deep out of the money right now. Currently, Redbox is trading in that $7 range. These are $10 higher than the current price, guys. And this is for this Friday's open interest, okay? They're doing this on purpose to drive the price down, and it's not okay. We're not allowed to buy options. Why should anybody be able to? I am going to urge every single one of you to call the SEC tomorrow or to go online and file a complaint. If you call, they're most likely going to tell you to go online and file a complaint. And I urge every single one of you to do that because that's the only way that this is going to get investigated. Please take the 5 to 10 minutes out of your day that it takes. You can use my screenshots. You can use whatever you want that I have or anything you can find on Twitter or any other social media platform, guys, because this is not right. And they're going to keep doing this to us. Every single time we get a leg up on them, they find a way to cheat. And I'm sick and tired of it. So sick and tired of it that they made me try to follow my trading plan today and I couldn't do it. And this is some of the reason why I couldn't do it, guys. I'm not always the best at putting things into words, but this shows it. And I'm so sorry that you're all stressed about this play. Trust me, I know what it's like. I know what it's like. And it really sucks to see a good play get beaten down when it doesn't deserve to be. And guys are doing the same exact thing with Rev. I'm going to try to make a video tomorrow morning because I can't stay awake another minute. I've been doing this since 5 a.m. guys, and I am tired. I am so tired, and I just want you guys to know that this is messed up and this is not okay, and we don't deserve this. And it's going to keep happening if we don't all stand up. I'm tired of it. I've had enough. And I hope you are too. And I honestly hope that you will go to the SEC website, file a complaint, please. And please message below that you did. I'd love to hear it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please follow me. I really am doing my best to get the word out to retail about what's going on in this market because you all need to know. And in the process, I'm trying to make you guys better traders too. So if I can help a few people, then I'll have felt good about all this BS that we're going through. Have a great night, guys. Get some rest. Tomorrow's going to be another wild day, I'm sure.